students, welcome back to our YouTube channel Study at Home and Prince EduHub Seeker. See beta, for class 10 I have given you the introductory lecture about the circles. Okay, now this lecture we are going to learn 2-3 theorems. Those will be very helpful for us in solving the chapter 10 for class 10th. Okay beta, so without any delay I am going to start the theorems. See beta, theorem 10.1. See, first I will explain what is the theorem, then I will give you the practical approach that will make you understood each and every point single clear. Okay, then I will show how to write. See beta, very students in different books, the method of this theorem is different. My method is also different. Must not be. You all will be able to find it anywhere. So do not worry, it's right, but it's the different practical way to understand the thing. Okay, so see students, theorem 10.1. What the theorem says? Theorem states that beta, when we meet the center with the point of contact, a radius is there na? See, suppose this is the circle and this is the tangent and I am meeting the center with the point of contact, yes or no? Then this radius will be perpendicular to tangent. The radius will be perpendicular to tangent. This is the theorem. Very easy, very simple. The way to prove this theorem I am going to use. See, what is the theorem beta? Radius to the tangent is perpendicular at point of contact. See beta, any point if I am meeting with the center, this will not be the radius. Okay, so radius to the tangent is only OP, and that will be perpendicular, or in other words you can say OP is perpendicular to AB. We have to prove this. OP is perpendicular to AB. We have to prove this. Done? Now see beta. First of all, we will learn about the facts which we are going to use to prove this theorem. Okay? See, first fact. This is the first fact beta that I am going to use here to understand this theorem. See, very simple. Suppose this is the circle. It is the center. This is the circle. O is the center. There is a point inside the circle. This is internal point I. One point is out of the circle E, external point. This is external point beta, and this is internal point. Okay, internal for the circle. This is external for the circle. Can you guess which distance is greater, OI or OE? Tell me, which distance is greater? Everybody can see OE is greater than OI. Yes or no? Yes or no? See beta, the distance of external point from the center is always greater than the distance of internal point from the center. Okay? From center to external point, from center to internal point, this distance is greater. Done? Now see, do not get panic. Now see, suppose this is the point on circumference. This is the point on circumference. Okay. What is this? This is radius, yes or no? Now see beta, internal points distance from center, circular points distance from center, and external points distance from center. What if we want to arrange them in ascending or descending order? See, can I write OE is greatest, then OC, then OI? Yes or no? What does it mean? OE is greater than radius, greater than OI. Are you getting my point? What I am trying to explain you, the distance of distance of a point which is outside the circle from the center is greater than radius. Yes or no? This fact we will use here. This fact we will use in the theorem. Always remember, the distance of a point, external point of an external point from the center is always greater than the radius. Okay? You got my point? The distance of an external point from the center is always greater than the radius. Done beta? Now see, this is the first, take the screenshot beta, take it screenshot. Done? This is the first fact I will use in the theorem. Now the second fact. Now the second fact beta. Second fact. See, suppose this is the point and this is the line. This is point O and this is line L. If I am trying to find the distance between O and line, I can measure this, 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 I can measure this. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, now see, if I measure the distance of a point from the line at different points of line, what is the observation I can get? The observation I can get is that this distance is the shortest distance. OC will be the shortest distance between O and line. Yes or no? See beta, OC will be the shortest distance between O and the line. You got my point? Done? Why? Why? This is the perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance. Yes or no? In physics you have learned the displacement. The shortest distance is displacement. Here you can say the shortest distance is perpendicular distance. Shortest distance is perpendicular distance between a point and a line. You got my point? Or vice versa. The distance which is shortest is perpendicular, or the line, or the distance which is perpendicular distance will be the shortest. Okay, this is the second fact I am going to use. The distance of a point from the line is shortest if it is perpendicular, or you can say is perpendicular if it is shortest. Done beta? These are the two facts I am going to use here. Now see beta, I will explain how to write the theorem. How to write the theorem. This is theorem 10.1. See beta, a circle is given, tangent is drawn, AB, P is the point of contact, OP is joined. You have to prove that OP is perpendicular to AP. Okay, you have to prove this. OP is perpendicular to AP. What is given? A circle is given with center O, suppose radius is R. Circle's notation is like this. A circle C, O stands for center, R for radius. Okay, AB is a tangent to this circle with point of contact P. Point of contact P. And the point of contact here is P. Use your own language. Do not bound your limits. Okay. Now to prove. What we have to prove? We have to prove OP is perpendicular to AB. OP is perpendicular to AB. Radius to the tangent is perpendicular. We have to prove it. Done? Now see beta proof. Simple facts I will use. Simple facts I will use here. See what I am going to write. Once you see, all the points on AB are external for circle. Yes or no? All the points on AB, see beta, every point on AB is external for the circle except P. Except P. Why? Because P is the common point of circle and the tangent P is on the circumference of circle, not outside the circle. Okay beta? Now see. All the points on AB are external for circle except P. Done? One more thing. And distances of external points from center is always greater than radius. Yes or no? This is the fact. That's why I explained you the facts, so that the theorem becomes too much easy for you. See beta, first fact I used here, all the points on AB are external for circle except P, and distances of external points from center is always greater than radius. Okay, what this implies? This implies that OP is the shortest distance between center, you write O and AB. Okay, this implies that OP is the shortest distance between O and AB. And what is the shortest distance? Shortest distance is always perpendicular, and shortest distance is perpendicular distance. Can I write now? Now I am writing here. I am summing up here. Okay beta? And shortest distance is perpendicular distance. Hence we can say that OP is perpendicular to AB. Yes or no? Got my point beta? See, it is the theorem solved in different books in different method. But I use the practical approach and try to visualize the facts, and then I wrote my visualization on the board. Okay, you all take the screenshot beta. Done. This is very simple. This is the simplest explanation for a circle being like this. Done beta. Okay. Now next question. Now next question. See beta, in 10.1 we have discussed two questions. We have discussed two questions. The third question, which is based on this theorem, we are going to discuss right now. Which is based on this theorem we are going to discuss right now. See question number 3. A point PQ, sorry, a tangent PQ. Tangent is PQ. What does it mean? The case of circle is there. The case of circle is there. Okay? A tangent PQ at a point P of circle. PQ is a tangent and P is the point of circle. Suppose this is the tangent. It is touching at P and P is the point of circle. PQ is the tangent. Done. Of radius 5 centimeters. Okay. Its radius is 5 centimeters. OP is 5 centimeters. Not 6 beta, it is 5 centimeters. Then, okay, meets a line through the center O at a point Q such that OQ is 12. Join OQ. OQ is given as 12 centimeters. Okay, beta. Now see, I will use theorem number 10.1 here. See, what was theorem 10.1? Radius to the tangent is perpendicular. This is the tangent, this is the radius, it is perpendicular. Yes or no? If you see beta, here OQ is 12 given, OP is 5 given, and OP will be perpendicular to PQ. Yes or no? Here OP is perpendicular to PQ. Why? Radius to tangent. Radius to tangent is perpendicular. Okay. Now, therefore, OPQ, triangle OPQ is a right triangle. Yes or no? Triangle OPQ is a right triangle. Now, Pythagoras theorem can be applied here. See beta, the side opposite to 90-degree angle. The side opposite to 90-degree angle is hypotenuse. Yes or no? You can name them base or perpendicular, whatever it is. See beta, what is the Pythagoras theorem? By Pythagoras theorem, what can I say? OQ square is OP square plus PQ square. Yes or no? Hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of square of remaining sides. OP square plus PQ square is equal to OQ square. Now put the values. 12 square, OP we know, 5 square, PQ is not known. Done beta. 144, 25 plus PQ square. From here, if we keep PQ square here and shift 25 towards another side, it will be minus 25. Yes or no? Done. PQ square is 119. PQ square is 119. From here, PQ will be root 119 centimeters answer. Yes or no? Why? Because it was plus minus root 119, but distance or length is always positive. That's why we will consider positive root 119. Got it beta? Take the screenshot of the question. It was question number 3, 10.1. Question number 4 we will discuss when we will discuss the construction chapter. So quit it, skip it, don't worry about anything. Okay, done. Now student 10.1 is completed. Theorem we have done. All the questions, fill-ups we have done. Done. Now another theorem I am going to introduce. This theorem is going to be the base for the 10.2 exercise. Done? Everyone be ready? It's okay, cool. All exercise 10.1 and theorem you all have understood. Now next theorem, beta. See, once I am explaining you the theorem. This is the circle. This is the circle. From an external point P, how many tangents can I draw? Yes or no? How many tangents can I draw? Only two? Only two tangents. Only two tangents can be drawn from an external point. Okay, beta? Only two tangents can be drawn from an external point to a circle. Suppose this is the point of contact and the PA is tangent. B is the point of contact and PB is tangent. Now, what is the theorem all about? Theorem states that tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Done, beta? Now see. Now, what we have to prove here? PA is equal to PB. This is to prove. Tangents from the same external point to a circle are equal. Okay? Now see. Given. This is theorem. Tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. What is given? A circle COR and from an external point P, two tangents are drawn. Two tangents are drawn. That is, this is the symbol for that is beta. That is PA and PB, where A and B are point of contacts. Where A and B are point of contacts. See beta, once again I am explaining the given. A circle COR, okay, here the radius is R, Then, from an external point P, two tangents are drawn, PA and PB, where A and B are point of contacts. Done, beta? Now see, to prove. What we have to prove? We have to prove PA is equal to PB. Proof so simple is that, beta. I will do it little bit faster. So simple is that. See. What is this angle? 90. What is this angle? 90. Yes or no? See beta, if you are a keen observer, you can easily observe there are two right triangles, PAO, PBO. PAO, PBO. Okay? Now see, proof. In triangles PAO and PBO. In triangles PAO and PBO, what can I write? A is equal to B, both are 90. Why? Here use radii. This is radius, this is radius. Plural of radius is radii. Radii to tangents. Radius to the tangent is perpendicular. Here two radii are perpendicular to tangents. OA is equal to OB. Yes or no? Both are radius. Okay. OA is equal to OB. OA is equal to OB. And if you observe, this side is common. This side is common. OP is equal to OP. OP is equal to OP. Common, yes or no? See beta, in these two triangles, OA, OB are equal radius. Angle A, angle B, 90 radius to the tangent. This is common, and if you observe, this is the hypotenuse of these right angles. Okay, therefore, I am writing here beta, by RHS rule, what can I say? By RHS rule, what can I say? Triangle PAO congruent to triangle PBO. Okay, by RHS rule, PAO is congruent to PBO. Congruency you have learnt in earlier classes. RHS congruency. Right triangles, hypotenuse and side rule. Last year one student I asked what is the full form of RHS. He said by right hand side rule, sir. So do not behave like that. Okay, RHS rule you all have learnt in 9th class. Now see, therefore the third side will also be equal. PA is equal to PB. Why CPCT? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Hence PA is equal to PB. Done beta. Once again I am explaining little bit quicker. Two triangles PAO, PB over there. OA was equal to OB, which is radius. PA is equal to PB. OP is equal to OP. Why? Common. Right triangles, hypotenuse and any one side is equal. Okay. Then the third sides will also be equal. Hence, triangles are congruent and therefore PA equal to PB. Hence, proved tangents drawn from the same external point are equal. Okay beta, this is all for this lecture. Have a nice day, stay home, stay safe and keep learning. One more thing, please like the video, share the video and give positive comments beta. Have a nice day.